wanna take my throne. They couldn't build their own. They can't believe my growth.
And I like to liken myself to a plant who was planted, and you can look at the music industry as soil, and it can be looked at as dirty, or it can be looked at as a source of nutrients and water. And my roots have been growing underneath ground, unseen for so long. And I feel like today I'm sprouting.
Hello guys, welcome to my channel where I discuss popular mainstream music and culture. And in this video we're going to be discussing the one and only Victoria Monet. And the title is Victoria Monet, the ultimate industry plant. And I mean that in the most ironic way, because clearly Victoria Monet is nothing but the opposite of an industry plant, in terms of the sense that we understand the definition. But before we get into that, if you enjoyed the little snippet of music in the beginning of this video, that is my new single. Check it out. It is here on YouTube and all streaming platforms. I definitely appreciate it because I'm a music artist too. So let's get into the video, okay? Victoria Monet, the ultimate industry plant. We understand an industry plant as someone who is created by the industry purposely, and they don't work hard and grow themselves. They're manufactured. But Victoria Monet said something very important, especially when she received her Grammy, that she is like a seed. Okay, and sometimes with a seed you're planted and you're in the dirt, okay, but you're growing and you're getting the nutrients and eventually you sprout up. And I think that's such a great analogy, and so interesting that we use the word plant, industry plant, to associate with people who don't work their way up. But in this sense, this industry plant, she was planted like a seed. This actually represents how you grow, how you water your seed, how you nurture it, and then grow and sprout. And through all that work, you know, it seems like nothing's gonna happen, and then one day everything's sprouting, and that's so much like Victoria Monet. So if you guys don't know Victoria Monet is really big in the industry. Major songwriter and now turned artist, and she's been making so many waves, you know, with her new single On My Mama, the single she put out that she got a Grammy for, and her album Jaguar. She killed it, okay, killed it as an artist, and it's been such an obstacle, well, a challenge for her to transition from songwriter to artist. There's competition, she has to develop herself, she has to invest in herself, but she did it, and now she's been rewarded with Grammys. And it is such a turnaround, it's such a great story, because we hear so many times about artists, this is the industry plant thing, you know, you're nobody and then you're this person the next day. And Victoria Monet is a testament to how you grow and you grow and you grow and you grow. She started off actually auditioned for a girl group for the industry, and she got in and they actually recorded songs, I think like 20 songs, and then they just got dropped, you know. So boom, that's the first obstacle. You know, you have all your dreams set up, you're preparing, you're recording music, a lot of music, and then all of a sudden dropped. So that's the first obstacle. And then she went from there to songwriting. She got an idea to songwrite by another person who suggested to go into songwriting. And there she goes, she starts songwriting, she starts making hooks, you know, co-songwriting, getting into groups, writing camps, and, you know, creating hooks for a lot of artists, creating hooks for a lot of rap songs. I'm telling you, she's written a lot, and a lot of her successful hooks made her become even a main songwriter, you know, creating hooks, creating songs for Fifth Harmony, you know, everyone, you name it, like Seven Streeter, K. Michelle, Beyonce. And one of the main or very important songwriting collaborations is when she started writing for Ariana Grande. Okay, so she got really big with her songwriting skills and got the right connection with Ariana Grande. But Ariana Grande really liked her hooks and started using her, and she started writing songs with her, but they really became friends. And you started to see now Victoria Monet as, oh, Ariana Grande's friend. And that kind of built an image on her, because I remember I used to always see, oh, this like black girl that's always with Ariana, you know, and she's a songwriter, whatever. So we started to understand who, okay, Victoria Monet is a person, you know, the image of this songwriter. So that helped her, and I feel like that helped her transition to being an artist. I really feel like from going from a songwriter to an artist, it really helped connecting with Ariana Grande, because one, we put a vision, we put an image in front of her now. She's not just this like ghostwriter, but we see her because she's with Ariana, a very popular pop artist. And Ariana even had her open for one of her major tours, which she had to do. And she actually had to do it solo without any dancers. I actually got this information from Nicki and Coco. They have a huge channel. But I got this information from them, but actually Ariana Grande had her on tour and she did it solo, like with no backup dancers or anything, because it's so much money. But again, that is the practice. Like, she slowly, like, look at how it's going. She starts off in the industry. She starts off in a girl group. She does all these songs. It gets canceled. Then she gets into a songwriter and she's doing hooks. And then she goes from hooks to writing whole songs, and then meeting with a big artist like Ariana Grande, and then actually having her image out there, to finally being able to transition to her own artistry. So she goes, you know, Victoria Monet makes music herself. She's put out lots of projects, lots of EPs. Okay, about 6 EPs before her final album, and then she finally put out Jaguar, which was all a momentum. This is out throughout, I think she started finally going solo, I think 2019. Correct me if I'm wrong. It could be 2019 or 18, 19 or 20. 18, 19 or 20. Yeah, she starts going, and you know, during the time she's putting out music, because I remember there was Ass Like That. I remember that song, Coastin'. I really love that song. There's a lot of music she was putting out in EPs, and although doing great job putting out great visuals, I remember this moment, like, she still wasn't being invited to award shows and stuff like that. And even up into her album Jaguar, her first solo album, she didn't get invited to the VMAs, you know, because they felt like she wasn't ready, which is, if you've seen Victoria Monet perform, she is more than ready. But yeah, like, all of this just to finally get your first album gets 3 Grammys. Goodness gracious, I mean, what an amazing way. And the thing about, and then she wins Best New Artist, which is such a beautiful thing, because this is an artist who's been working 15 years in the industry. And this goes to show that everything is a climb. Everything, like, this whole, like, fast, like, becoming, like, really successful really fast is the exception. Victoria Monet is such a great influence, because she shows you how you can progressively go and keep going and keep going. Because the music industry, we're so used to these people becoming super famous at like 15 or like 16 or 20 or like 18, and everything's given to them. They're already reaching huge accolades by 21. You're seeing Victoria Monet spend 15 years of her development, and this is such a testament to the slow growth, you know, and all of this is so worth it. Like, keep going for your dreams, keep going for what you're doing, and don't expect everything to happen quickly. You know, the music industry is changing. You know, you gotta work even harder to be a celebrity now, to be a music artist now. You gotta put out more content, you gotta be more consistent. So to me, seeing Victoria Monet's success, despite, you know, the discrimination she would have to go through, especially as a black woman, seeing this is a testament that there is a way, and especially with the way the music industry is set up now, and how artists really gotta push. I think this is setting an example that, you know, you don't have to make it in 2 seconds. You know, you can grow into this, you can keep building, and keep going. Okay, this is why I say she's the ultimate industry plant, and we need to change the definition of that, because she is a part of this industry, but she started off as a seed, okay, just writing little hooks for people, you know, into becoming a more established songwriter for bigger artists and writing her own songs for artists, to collaborating with major artists, and then coming into her own as an independent artist, and then to winning Grammys, winning 3 Grammys for her first solo album, all in a 15-year span. This is amazing, and this is growth. This is what you need to do. This is how you keep going, because again, there's so many music artists in the industry that don't have this example of slowly getting there. We hear so many music artists with their overnight successes. They just go viral. They didn't have a plan. They didn't have all these trials. They didn't have to show some type of consistency. It's just, you know, one day they're nothing, the next day they're it. But this is such a great example of, as artists and for other artists, that you can keep growing, you can keep going and keep pushing. Okay? Alright, like a plant. Because a true industry plant is someone who takes the time to nurture the soil, to be nurtured in the soil. And she nurtured so many other people's soils. She gave so many people great hooks, great melodies, you know. And can you imagine always having to write songs for people, and you hear a song and it's for you and you have to give it away? Like, again, the testing, the trials, but all of that, she's just being nurtured in the soil till eventually she's gonna bloom. And seeing how Victoria Monet performs, her performance skills, clearly this is a well-seasoned artist. Very well seasoned artist. Her vocal ability is great. She can perform live, sing and dance very well. Her stage presence, her energy, her, oh my god, she's athletic, she's great. So props to Victoria Monet. Okay, this is the ultimate industry plant. This is the ultimate definition of what a true industry plant should be, what a plant is. And it takes time. You got to nurture it, but eventually it grows. You could be nurturing it for so long, you don't see anything, and then it sprouts, and when it sprouts, it sprouts. So take the time, and so inspiring for music artistry. So that is Victoria Monet, okay, the ultimate plant, and she has now blossomed into a beautiful flower and beautiful flowers, and I can't wait to see more that she has to do, because this is only the beginning. Okay, now that she has all these Grammys, there's a lot of attention on her. And I want her to go. I want to see more music. I want Victoria Monet to really take over 2024 and on, and keep going with the consistency. Because like I said, like 15 years and it's only the beginning. So I want to see more. I feel like she's so talented, and she has what a lot of what R&B needs, which is great stage presence, great performing, great dancing. Okay, she gives me like a mix of like Ciara, Janet, and Beyonce. And again, she's an incredible songwriter, and she brings in so many beautiful melodies. So much of her song is catchy. So I feel like Victoria Monet is gonna be the R&B queen, okay, the R&B pop queen. She has it. She has the charisma, she has the energy, and she can take R&B into this up-tempo dance sensation, okay, R&B pop queen. So that is Victoria Monet. I hope you guys enjoyed that. Let me know what you think about her. Are you guys excited to see what she has to do more? What do you guys think about her growth? And do you think that this is going to change it for other artists, that we're going to see more artists having long stories of how they've worked for years growing into this, okay? Because again, with the way the music industry is changing with the internet, it allows artists to go their independent route and have their own journeys and be successful in their own rate, in their own term. So what do you guys think? How do you think this is going to influence the industry? And do you think you're going to see more of these types of stories and more of these types of artists? Okay, let me know what you think in the comments below. Thank you guys for watching. I'll check you guys out on the next video.